Hey, what's up everyone? Garrett here from Code the Web, and in this video, we're going to be talking about three, actually, of the web design trends for this tutorial. And the reason we're going to be talking about three of them is because I was looking at the rest of them, which would be four, and I realized that three out of the four actually didn't deserve their own video. Because two of them you can't really teach because, well, that would be like just like kind of explaining it. The only way I can really teach you is by doing examples, and that's kind of what the Web Design Trends 2015 videos were each for, was to give you guys examples of that trend and also teach you about that trend. So, which ones am I talking about? I'm talking about graphical representation and minimalist design, as well as social media integration, which we're going to talk about at the end of my little spiel here. So graphical representation is essentially just a way to not use text and instead use images, whether taken with a camera of real life things or created by you in something like Photoshop or Sketch 3, and use them to convey your message to your viewer or to your customer, whoever your person that you're trying to send a message to, instead of using words. You're just using pictures, right? So all you have to do is kind of think outside the box, maybe go on Google Images and look up whatever your message you're trying to convey, or whatever it is an object or an idea that you're trying to convey, and take all the little bits and pieces that you get from maybe 10 different images and combine it into one. Or brainstorm whatever comes to mind when you think of a certain thing, such as a camera, right? So instead of saying the word camera, you could just have a little like a cartoon kind of picture of a camera or something like that. Anyway, watch the video. It's 4 minutes long, and it does a really good job of explaining what graphical representation is. Next is minimalist design. Also, again, watch the video. It's 3 minutes long, and does a really good job of explaining what minimalist design is. A really good example of that would be Apple. For the last ever since I can remember at least, Apple has done a really, really good job of being simple, minimalist, to the point, and just kind of not really beating around the bush or doing anything too fancy to get your attention. And in doing so, they grasped everyone's attention. Whether you like Apple or whether you're a Windows side of if you're on the Windows side of the Mac versus PC argument, or if you're on the Android side of the Android versus iPhone argument, no matter what side you're on, you have to at least admit that Apple has done a very good job of minimalist design and using that white space and simplicity and all those things to be complex at the same time, thus grabbing your attention and giving you this message that things just work and that it's beautiful and that it's everything you want it to be in a very simple, to the point, short and sweet package. So watch the video if you still don't know what I mean, and actually also pay more attention to Google and other companies like that, because a lot of them are starting to follow the footsteps of Apple. Now, social media integration. So watch the video again. It's only 4 minutes long. And it also does a very good job of explaining to you what social media integration is, and a lot of different websites that do a fantastic job of getting you to share things and talk about what they're doing on social media. The most basic way to do that in your site is to simply have some social media buttons that basically link to your social media pages. And what you could do is say Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, so on and so forth, and you could just have them. People could click on them and they would link to your pages, or you could also have the logos of those respective social media companies or websites or whatever it is. In fact, that's what most companies do now. That's a blog, for example, that we're talking about. They'll just have the Facebook icon right next to the main content, or they'll have a share thing at the end of their page. But regardless, it'll just be Facebook, click, Facebook, click, Twitter, click, Instagram, click, so on and so forth. The other option, which is, I think, more limited to the particular social network that you want to do this with, because I think some do this and some don't. In addition to the ones that do, some do a better job of doing it than the ones that don't, or the ones that don't do whatever. You get what I mean. So what I'm going to do right now is show you guys how to set up a Twitter widget inside of our page right here. And we're actually going to put it in the place of widget 1. And in addition to that, we're also going to be using that little sticky tip that we went over in, I think, the video before this one. That was before the one before that one. That was, maybe 5 videos ago at this point. So let's get to it. First thing you're going to want to do is go up to your Twitter account right there and go to settings, and then go to widgets down here, and then go to create new. And once you get there, you're going to type in what kind of widget do you want it to be. Choose timeline source. So do you want it to be your favorites? No, I don't. You want it to be a list of things? I do not. You want it to search for a certain say hashtag? I don't want to do that as well. I actually want to use my own user timeline for the Code the Web username, which is at CodeTheWeb1. If you haven't subscribed, go and do that, or not subscribe. If you haven't followed us, go and do that now, because that is an awesome way to get in touch with me. If you have any questions, as well as just kind of see what I'm doing in terms of web design and stuff like that, because I'm actually starting to use it. So now that we have that, and then we're going to change this default pixel whatever to 300. And then we're going to make the theme dark, because our website as it is happens to have a very light theme to it. And then down here, we're going to use that, not that. We're going to use, where is it? This right here. This is the yellow that we used. We're kind of going to use that and continue this theme of the same colors throughout our website. Now, okay, I don't know what that is, but I'm going to opt out of it, because I don't want any like random stuff, or I don't want to take the chances there's going to be any random stuff on the website that I wouldn't want to be there. So we're just going to opt out of that, and we can exit that out. Now we're going to come back to the home. We're going to come back to this right here. We're going to put it in the place of widget 1. We'll save that. We will refresh this really quick, and we can see that on the side it is indeed here. However, it's not sticky, and we want it to be. So that said, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to the style. We're going to come down here, and after this div second, which is our sidebar, we are going to say div widget -1. Open these curly braces up, and we're going to say position, if you're using WebKit, sticky, sticky, and that. And we're going to say top 50 pixels. There we go. It works. And you guys probably have noticed that it's not that it stops, right? So we don't want that, obviously. What we want to do is not that. We want to come back up to the second thing right there. We're going to say height. We'll give it something crazy so it's like the same height as the other thing, like 1,000 pixels or something like that, right? And we'll go down. And now it just kind of keeps going to the end of the page, actually. And there's probably more room there, but the page ends. So perfect. And you can see the other two images, and what happens is it covers them as it moves down. And yeah. So really quickly before we go, I also want to say one thing really quick about this background video here that we did in the last video. It looks great. It works great. The only thing is, keep in mind that it's, I don't know if you guys can hear this, but the fan on my computer is starting up. It's starting to go fast a lot. It's starting to work really hard. So just keep in mind that if I turned this off and I checked to see if it was maybe something else was happening. Nothing else was going on my computer. But just make sure that you guys don't go too crazy with this kind of stuff, because it can end up slowing down the performance of people's computers, or just have the fans going crazy. And I know that I am recording something right now, so that's going to take a lot of resources as well. But regardless, just keep that in mind. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. In the next video, we're going to talk about material design, Google's material design. And we're going to try to implement it as best we can, although we are going to be a little limited. But not to worry, because I'm going to be making some kind of a series or a few videos on material design anyway. I was going to do that regardless of whether or not I did this. So looking forward to that too. Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Garrett from Code the Web. Thank you for watching this video. It does mean a lot to me. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe. The button's right down there. If you want to watch the video that came right before this, click right up there. And if you want to watch a video that's going to come after this, click right there. Well, you actually won't be able to click there now because it's not there, because I haven't put the video up yet. Wait another week. But once it is there, then you'll be able to click on it if you're watching this video in the future. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Rate, comment, and again, click that button down there to subscribe so that you'll be able to get all of my amazing videos about web design and cool internet things like that.